Hello, welcome to my very first market outlook video. I am kind of just trying this out to see if this is something that I would like to do every Sunday. So I might be all over the place as I try to make sense of it all. But for this week's market outlook, I am only looking at the DXY, EURUSD, and GU, so GBPUSD. I usually start on the daily, so let's go to the daily time frame. The first thing that I am looking for on the daily time frame is recent market structure shift or break in market structure, because I am only concerned that's the only area that I want to be concerning myself with if I'm going to be an intraday trader. So yeah, I could do a higher time frame analysis to get a long-term bias, but I don't need a long-term bias if I've already seen it, like I have already. So I am going to be looking for recent market structure shift or breaks, and I'm looking at one right here. So I'm just going to do that, draw a line so we don't forget what that is. I will not be labeling it because I'm using my phone, but that will take too much time. So yeah, all right. And then now that I have done that, I have established that this high and this low is my trading range. And in this trading range, where are we? We came back down to here. I know this is below 50% of the fib level, so we came into a discount to close this gap right here, or to fill this gap in, which is good. So now my next draw on liquidity would be this high right here, but to my left I see another block and I see a fair value gap as well. So we could see price maybe just take liquidity here, push slightly higher, or possibly take this high, being that we took a high on this side. We broke market structure or shifted on this side. So for the DXY, I am bullish for now. So we can go down to the 4 hour just to see what the 4 hour is doing. The best place to have gotten into, or to have looked to get into trades, would have been right here, because this would have been pretty much a great discount level. But it doesn't mean that we can't get into trades anywhere in here. So now that I have established that we're going to do pretty much the same thing we did on the daily, is look for recent market structure shifts, which is right here. Draw a line, do that. So now all I want to be doing is concerning myself with this leg right here, because this will offer me an entry point to go take the liquidity we talked about. Sorry, I didn't even check the price, but anyway, to go take the liquidity up here. Okay, so we have established that we broke market structure. Next thing I'm looking for is fair value gaps. We have two, but I will mark this one out to there. All right. Should I extend this? Yes, I should, like that. The reason I'm extending it to that side as well is we have a fair value gap on this leg and we have a fair value gap on this leg. Therefore, this is an inverse fair value gap. I would like to see price come to at least below the half of this fair value gap. I could possibly refine this fair value gap on the 1 hour, but we'll get into that in a second. So I think I'm done with the 4 hour, unless you want to see where the discount level is, so we can do that. Yeah, so anywhere below that half fair value gap is discount level, and we could be looking for entries in there. So I'm gonna move to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour I see something, so I want to put a line here. If you want to be extremely careful, you would probably look for market structure shift right here with a fair value gap anywhere in here, and then you could sell to get down to here and then buy down there. Also, I would like to refine this fair value gap, because I see another block right here. I would like to shrink this fair value gap to there. Probably pull that. We already know it's an inverse fair value gap, so we don't need to keep such a big rectangle. Yeah, I like that. All right. So what I would like to see Monday or Tuesday is I would like to see price Monday or Tuesday come back down into here so I can get a push up. If that doesn't happen, Monday, Tuesday we could head higher, but we do have some high impact news Wednesday, Thursday, I think. If I would have to go through my Forex factory again. We do have some high impact news, so we could go higher, but during the news we could come back and spike and wick into this fair value gap right here and then continue pushing to the upside. Also, another area to note would be this fair value gap right here. This could also be an area for price to reverse and continue to the upside, so you want to keep your eye out for this fair value gap. And then what I would like to see is this one down here get filled in. All right. I'm not really going to go through how I get into trades or what I look for when price gets into these areas, but yeah, I think I'm done with the DXY. I can move on to the EURUSD. So on the DXY, just to recap, this week I would like to see some bearish movement so I can get in on a bullish run to the upside. So if I am bullish on the DXY, I should be bearish on the EURUSD. EURUSD, I'm going to push it back to the daily time frame just to see what's going on. Okay, where are we? So we have this low right here that we broke below, came back up into this what do you call this, order block right there, and now we are pushing away from that order block towards the bottom. Down here I see liquidity and I see this getting taken out, so that would be my next draw on liquidity right now. I see a fair value gap. My goodness, I see a fair value gap right here as well, so price could potentially get back down into that area. Okay, so let's move down to the 4 hours so I can mark out those areas that I just saw. Okay, I am looking at a fair value gap right here, potentially an inverse fair value gap as well, because to my left is another fair value gap. Alright, and then I'm looking at liquidity here, right here. Alright, so because I am bearish and I am probably looking for this lot to get taken out, what I would love to see the market do this week is maybe create a high first. So we go Monday, Tuesday, high of the week into this area, and then we push to the bottom and take this liquidity and continue downwards. Or we could potentially see Monday, Tuesday, take liquidity, come down low, and then Wednesday, Thursday, push back into this area, which then again I would be looking for sales. So whatever happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's always a trade opportunity. So if we push to the bottom, I will know what to do based off of the New York midnight open and what the London session does. But ultimately I would like to see price get into this area so I could sell it off and try and see if we can take this liquidity at the bottom here. Okay, so let's go down to the 1 hour just to see what the 1 hour is saying. Ooh, I changed the chart. Okay, what are we saying about the 1 hour? Okay, I'm not going to refine that fair value gap. I'll keep it the way it is. I'd just like to see price get to maybe the middle of it. I see another block. See another block right here. So you'd probably put a line right there, but that's fine. So yeah, nothing changes. I'd like to see if Monday, Tuesday doesn't push to the downside. I would like to see us get above this, because then this would symbolize a market structure shift. And then I would like to see us come back into some sort of fair value gap down here, and then push into that fair value gap so we can sell. So that's what I would like to see happen in the EURUSD. For targets, once you get into here and just selling, assuming we did not push to the downside and wipe this liquidity, I would like to see the liquidity down here get swept. So your target could potentially just be this. So you could sell from here and take your profits off of here. If you want to leave a runner, you could leave a runner just to go low and see if we could take this liquidity down there. But other than that, I think I'm done on the EURUSD. I'm bearish, and that's an area, point of interest area, that I want to be looking into for potential entries. All right, what else am I looking for? Let's go back to the cable. Now I'm gonna push back to the daily just to see where we are. Something interesting that I have just seen is, if you know about the power of three or have heard about the power of three, this is pretty interesting to see happen. Have that, and then we have this. So I would say this is the accumulation phase, this is the manipulation phase, and this should be the distribution phase. Where could we potentially be going? Down here, I see a fair value gap down. Yo, why aren't you working with me? I see a fair value gap down here. Could be great for potential entry. Sorry, I just want to see the larger time frame. Yeah, that fair value gap could be a target. Okay, so that's what I see on the daily. I'm still looking for sells. I'm still bearish on this, so can move on to the 4-hour. What I've done is basically draw up a target for the daily time frame, just off of what I've seen here. We could go through what I just explained on the year and look for recent breaks in structure, which is this. This would be a break or shift or liquidity sweep. But because I'm bearish, I know this is a liquidity sweep, and we are coming to take liquidity down here as well, and could potentially dip into this fair value gap right here. This would be a leg that I would be concerning myself with, because it is most recent price action. Alright, let's go to the 4-hour. I will be getting rid of this, just, or maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. I'll keep them on there, but when I feel like the chart is dirty, I'll probably get rid of them. Alright, so yeah, no, I'm getting rid of them. Alright, so this is a range that we want to be focusing on. This high and this low right here. So what I am seeing is liquidity right here, of which, if you look at the euro, we haven't, but the GBPUSD has taken liquidity. So depending on what happens Monday, Tuesday, the cable might just consolidate a little here before pushing higher. Okay, so this one might be tricky. Alright, so let me just see where my premium and discount levels are right now. Assuming that's the low. It could change on Monday. Okay, so what I will, the fair value gap I will be looking at potentially will be this one. Reason as to why I'm picking that one is I see a breaker right here, so I'm going to do that for a breaker block. So let's move down to the 1 hour. Yeah, that looks about right. So on the 1 hour, I would like to see this a break or market structure shift above this and pull back into some kind of fair value gap down here, or an order block, and then push into here. Now, once we get into my point of interest areas, just because we're in that area, we are just not going to sell for the sake of selling. I would like to see market show me that it is ready to go to the downside by either break of structure or market structure shift on the lower time frames as well. So yeah, I would like to see price get higher before I can sell it. Once I do sell it, you could look for, if this is indeed actually a low and we don't come back and make another low, then I would look for this low here. So I would sell from anywhere in here and look to take that low, and that would be my target. That's a good enough trade. Okay, this down here as well would be targets. As remember, on the larger time frame, we've seen a fair value gap down here, so we could potentially be coming down for that fair value gap on the GBPUSD. So overall, I am bearish. I hope I have done a somewhat decent job of explaining what my points of interest are, where I would like to be getting into sales in and on these markets. I've just thought about something, so maybe I might start doing a video a day depending on how I feel, and Sunday will be more of like an outlook, and then if I do a video every day, it's more of just explaining or trying to figure out what's happened or happening every day after the New York session, New York AM session and PM session. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on how I actually analyze my markets, or just looking for a routine of, or the process of how I arrive at my bias and how I make my entries, just let me know. Leave a comment down below and I'll probably start a whole mini series trying to explain how I view the markets as simply as I possibly can. And if what I do works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please remember to share, leave a like, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And I promise you, the next time I make a video like this, I will probably be using my laptop. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next Sunday, hopefully.